When people challenge you on this, I think it's because they're scared for you, and rightly so. They're not wrong. It's a very challenging and difficult profession, and most people don't have any success. I think the part they don't understand is we don't care. We're going to do it anyway. I'm Michael Kostroff. I always say I'm a theater person by birth. That's what I wanted to do. I ended up doing a lot of television, especially, I'm especially known for The Wire, which is an HBO series where I played a very unscrupulous and mean lawyer, which seems to be the pattern in my career. But I've also toured with the producers and Les Mis and done a lot of regional theater.
I'm Deena Manzanares, and I'm a professional theater actor and a member of Actors Equity Association. I joined in 2008, and I've been primarily working in Utah. At this point, my biggest focus is my career in local TV hosting. I never would have seen that coming, and I'll tell you how that all transpired. And it was acting that led me here.
As far as I'm concerned, being an actor is a calling. So for much of my life, I was saying, I want to be an actor. I'm planning to be an actor. I'm hoping to be an actor. And then I realized I'm an actor. It doesn't take a certain number of credits to be an actor. I'm just an actor the same way I have brown hair.
I didn't feel like what I was doing was something that wasn't going to happen. I just knew that was my only option. It was the only thing that I felt drawn to. And what I loved about the Atlantic Theater Company acting school is they said, don't have a plan B. And this might be unpopular opinion, but they said, don't have a backup plan because you will inevitably fall on that plan. If this is what you want to do, you are choosing this because you can't do anything else. And you put your heart and your soul and you're all into this, right? You don't give yourself the option to fall back.
It's interesting. My family was actually in show business. They were on the production side of things. And you would think that they would be encouraging, and they were not, because they said, we know so many unemployed actors, you can't make a living. And they sort of, again, they always would let me go to theater camp or do high school shows or whatever, but I think I got nagged a lot about not investing in this career. And truthfully, I got waylaid. I had several years where I worked as a bank teller, and then I went home. I was in this weird sort of confused zone about whether or not to even do it, because they're not wrong. It is a slim chance.
You know how it sounds, right? To somebody who doesn't get that world, and that you can say, I'm an actor, you can say I'm an artist, and be in such a variety of your journey. You can be in so many different places of your journey. So I remember there were times where I was like, I'm starting out, but this is what I'm going to do. So I'd say, I'm an actor. So people would immediately go, well, what movies are you in? What movies do I know you from? So I think that's a little jarring when you're brand new, because you're like, well, I haven't done that yet, but I'm working towards whatever my path looks like, whatever my career looks like.
I think people are generally threatened in a weird way by people who pursue their art. Particularly people who have unfulfilled dreams get really angry. They resent people who go, I might starve, but I'm going for it.
We already have enough rejection that we're dealing with when we're doing countless auditions, when we're not getting roles. I think it requires, both when we're on set or on stage and just internally, like this unwavering thing that we know the call to why we're doing this and what we want out of it is so much bigger than the outside noise. And I think it takes a certain type of person, right? Like we have to love it enough to be willing to take that as part of it sometime.
I finally learned after many years that you don't have to win the conversation. And that was an important thing for me to learn. So if somebody said something discouraging, I learned to just go, you're right. You're probably right. I just let them win. And then they walk away feeling like, yeah, I told him, he should just get out of the business. And he agreed. And then they're done. We're done. I don't want to keep debating the legitimacy of what I do.
It does serve you to believe in yourself and to pretend like it doesn't ruffle your feathers, and you pretend you're unflappable. And pretty soon it does start to seep in. And you build your own confidence by the times you book the job or what you do experience on stage. You've by now experienced enough of those magic moments to know what's going to outweigh anybody's opinion anyway. That truly has nothing to do with you.
Take advantage of your actor tribe. This community, you have to have your circle. You have to have your folks who get what you do, who are not muggles. You have to have your circle of people who are like, okay, I get it. Oh, you had a tough audition? I know what that is. And that support is beautiful.
You find mentors, or you find authors, or certain books or performances that you just recall in those moments. And you go, but no, I know how I felt when I read that. I know how I felt when I saw that, heard that, experienced that. And I think that you just hold on to those. And those nuggets are so powerful that carries you through a career and a lifetime.
Community theater is one of the greatest things ever. It's just people who are doing it because they love it. And that sounds to some people like a defeat, but I don't think it is. I think if you build a life where you feel happy and things are working for you, don't question it. Done. What else is there? I think we tend to think, I should do this, I should do this, I should do that.
I do think it's easy to get caught up in an anxiety and a timeline of these professional milestones, these career milestones, or thinking I will have made it when, or I want to be equity then, or be on this kind of a movie set, or whatever that might be to you. There is a pressure because we're hungry for it. We want it. It's our heart, that's our souls. But there's so many ways to stay creative in the meantime, and there's ways to create your own work that you do feel artistically fulfilled by when you're waiting. And you never know how that might spark something and take you in a path you weren't expecting. So I think yes, stay focused, stay proactive, but also don't be afraid to let things open up and lead you.
I will never forget the conversation that I had with a woman who worked as a Walmart greeter. And she said, I found the profession that every day I wake up and I'm excited to go to work. That's kind of it. That's gold,